convinced that against black money, against corruption money, the steps that we have taken are the right steps, which are being implemented in the right manner. We were not surprised when we heard from those who ran the government between 2004 and 2014 that they didn't like these anti-black money steps. The maximum black money was generated in this country between 2004 and 2014. The biggest corruption scandals from the Commonwealth Games, the 2G scandal, the coal block scandal, all took place during this period. Those who didn't consider these scandals to be a blunder are now considering this campaign against corruption and black money to be a blunder. This is the exact rationale and argument that we will put forward in the debate in Parliament as it takes place. But it's obvious that the opposition is uncomfortable with the debate and they are inventing and manufacturing reasons to run away from the debate.
सवाल खड़े किए और कहा है कि अभी चुनाव में चले जाना चाहिए। हाउस में भी मायावती ने यही बात बोली।
देखिए, उत्तर प्रदेश में चुनाव होगा और उनकी पार्टी की क्या स्थिति रहती है उनको उत्तर प्रदेश के चुनाव में स्पष्ट होगा।
Former Prime Minister suggested indicated 2% dip in the GDP. What is the Finance Minister has to say about this?
देखिए, as far as the long-term, medium and long-term impact on Indian economy is concerned, including on India's GDP, it is going to be a positive impact. Why I say it's a positive impact? Because a lot of money that operates in the shadow economy will now become a part of the banking structure itself. The banks will have a lot more money to support the economy. The private sector investment, which was so far lacking, will now get back into the economy. The banks, which were struggling because of the NPA problem, will have a lot more money to lend for agriculture, for infrastructure in the social sector, as also for trade and industry. The possibility of banks having low-cost funds now available to lend at lower cost also arises. Additionally, when more and more transactions will come into the banking network, in the long run, you will find taxation, both direct and indirect, improving, and therefore, over a medium and long term, there will be a positive impact on the economy. I think it would be prudent for any economist to really look beyond the immediate impact when the remonetization process is on and look at India post-remonetization.
Coming back to politics, sir, the opposition is saying that you are being divisive. Sir, the opposition claims that you are being divisive. You only reached out to 4 or 5 opposition leaders, and that's exactly why they never came for the meeting.
Well, informally, you discuss with different opposition parties. We are willing for a discussion with any opposition party, but it appears that disruption and not debate is a part of their strategy. This put on anger for Akrosh Divas is what they are waiting for. They don't want a discussion till this manufactured Akrosh in the opposition gets over. The people are happy with the move. Only a few opposition parties seem to be in Akrosh. Well, the changes every day in the scene. Well, when you experiment, when you are undertaking a currency replacement, and therefore restrictions are imposed, depending on how the market situation responds to it, a responsive government has to bring changes. As remonetization builds up, you will have to change the exemptions or the conditions which you impose. They can't be static during the entire period.
Mr. Jaitley.
देखिए, गवर्नमेंट्स which act, जो सरकारें कदम उठाती हैं अर्थव्यवस्था और देश के हित में, उन सरकारों को इस प्रकार की आलोचना की चिंता नहीं होती। पिछली सरकार की तुलना में ये सरकार भिन्न है। पिछली सरकार में पॉलिसी पैरालिसिस था। उस सरकार में इतनी हिम्मत ही नहीं थी कि वो कड़े और कड़वे निर्णय देश के हित में ले पाए। इस सरकार में वो हिम्मत है और इस सरकार ने व्यापक देश हित में उस कदम को उठाया है।
Sir, there are two questions. One, over the last few days, a narrative has been built that the BJP as an organization knew about the surgical strike, while the finance minister did not about the demonetization. And the second is there a possibility of the extension of this relaxation at public utilities?
Well, you'll hear about the second subject in the course of the day, so I won't comment at this moment. As far as your first is concerned, this itself exposes the ridiculous nature of the comment which has been made. This decision was kept in absolute secrecy. The people who needed to know were the only ones who knew, and therefore to say in one sentence that the finance minister did not know and in the next sentence the BJP knew, as though I am different from the BJP, I think itself exposes the contradiction of the statement which is being made.
BJP was aware.
Mayawati said
Obviously it was not aware.
Mayawati said it's a planted and fake survey.
देखिए नाबार्ड ने देश के सारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोऑपरेटिव्स की लिस्ट बना ली है। हर कोऑपरेटिव को रबी क्रॉप के लिए कितनी कितनी आवश्यकता है उसकी डिटेल बना ली है, और पिछले 3 दिन से उस डिटेल के मुताबिक जितने शेड्यूल्ड बैंक हैं वो उन कोऑपरेटिव्स को पैसा देना उन्होंने आरंभ कर दिया है, और हर साप्ताहिक बेसिस के ऊपर वो आगे आगे बढ़ता जाएगा। नो, द रिस्ट्रिक्शंस आर ओनली टेम्पररी एंड ट्रांजिएंट, दे आर नॉट परमानेंट। देखिए कोई तथ्य तो होता, कोई आरोप तो होता, कोई श्रेड ऑफ एविडेंस तो हो जिसके आधार पर कोई जांच हो। Well, people in offices perform in terms of policy, they perform in terms of action. They are not to be judged by how frequently they appear on camera.